Alright, so the Amazing Digital Circus final episode, episode 9, just released not too long ago. I think it's been like 3 days when I recorded this. But it's a I'm a bit ambivalent or mixed about it because I did sort of like the ending, but it was a bit cliche, not gonna lie. So the main thing I want to talk about in this video is basically Jax and Kane. Jax Jax had a good chunk of the entire episode, which makes sense, I guess. He and Pomni are the main characters, from what Goosework said anyway. Now Jax is a I don't even know how to describe his arc. I don't hate him. Like there are people that hate Jax with a burning passion, like one of my friends, but I don't really hate him. I do enjoy his character. Not in the sense that I like or love him, but I like the addition of him, so there's that. First thing I want to note about is his abstraction, which came so abruptly. Like, in the episode, the last scene with Jax was with Pomni, and basically he was like, he wanted to say something to Pomni and then just went, nah. So, and the next scene, he just abstracted. Like there were no build up or anything. He just abstracted off screen. The next time we see him, which was the clip right next to it. Yeah, we should have gotten more build up to that. I feel like some of the memory stuff with Ribbit, Kaufmo, and whatnot would have worked better before he abstracted. Let us see his insight on the matter. Because as it is, it's so rushed, which is nothing compared to Kane. Before I get to him, the whole like going inside his head, I think one of the promo for episode 9 showed the entire gang going like in his head, but in the actual episode it's just Pomni. And then they like brought him to a very dark place, a giant ass tent in the middle of the circus, where he can live his life as an abstracted thing. Pomni made amends with him, whatnot, and then we got to know more of Jax's backstory about how he like pushed his mom, the divorced parents thing, and yada yada. There was a montage of a very like a sad montage of Jax, and I didn't even know what to say. It looks like something that would belong in like a fan edit, not in an actual show, because I didn't really feel that much for Jax, not gonna lie. Like I said, I don't hate him, but I don't really love him either. I think I like his inclusion. That's it. And his presence, his dynamics, and whatnot. Without him, it would be a little bit more boring and straightforward. The next part of this video that I want to talk about is Kane. Oh god, what did they do to him? I just want to say that Kane is arguably my favorite character in the Amazing Digital Circus. But his arc was so rushed. You know what happened? Let me remember this correctly. It has been a few days. He basically appeared in the void, and then he started talking to himself about like, oh, they betrayed me. They had their fun. I want to have my own fun too with them. But then they were like, oh, he treated them harshly, and they killed him. And in the end, they just said they killed him. He just said they killed him, and then it was like he saw a blue door. That was like Blue Cafe Wi-Fi. I think that's what it was. And then he just flew towards it. And then he stopped flying for some reason. I think it was like part of the barrier thing that the door has. You will see it when you watch the episode. And then he fell and he started running, which kind of looked funny, not gonna lie. And then there was this edge, this gap between them. And then he started using blocks and problem solving basically to just get to the actual door. Like I said, there were blocks, but also like lightning powers and some kind of red strings. I like that actually because in that same scene, it showed like the parallel between when he first accessed the brain scans and when he gets access to the actual internet. Then he used the internet to search up the characters, like the main characters. Of course, they're gonna plot in the real name to search up for them. And then he just surfed the internet about them until he was like, "Oh, I have been really bad and whatnot," and had a, and then he just the the funniest thing, he literally got deleted only for him to return to the circus. Not even that long later, like he just flew back to the circus. Like what? Let me tell you, last episode he got deleted at the end, and there was this big suspense, right? Some people thought, including me, that Kane was gonna be gone forever, and then the crew had to deal with themselves, have to deal with the situation themselves. But halfway through the episode, Kane came back. Uh, I'm not sure about that. Feels a little rushed, and impact, the emotional impact of Kane being gone was like essentially gone too. Kane's arc was really rushed. I do not like it that much. Anyway, the next like when he did came back also with no difficulty, by the way, he just flew there. Like no barriers or anything. There was a barrier for the internet, but not for him coming back to the circus. And then when he did came back, he had a brief talk with the moon, and he said like he didn't program the moon to be in love with him. And then the moon said, "I know." And he took a look back and then just went back into the circus. Now, I want to talk about that. That was a really good moment, and I like it. Just like with the whole internet cafe brain scan door thing. But I do like it. But I feel like there should be a little bit more nod to that. A little bit more build up, like a little bit more scenes. And some moments that will be shown later between Kane and the moon. I expected it to be in like a post-credit scene where he like talked to the moon. Or maybe a moment just later where he just talked to the moon. Moon have a moment with her. But yeah, that was yeah. He talked with her a bit and then poof, gone. She's just gone now. Didn't even make an appearance again. Imagine we had a scene with Kane and the moon. Like how it's with Gango. Gango and Zubo. Oh my god, that would be so funny. Speaking of scenes, in the end there was like this whole showcase in the credits about what the gang did after the whole main event. And there was this one moment that I did like, where Kane and Kinger were just fishing, like father-son fishing time, while the girls were swimming in the pool, pond, sea, whatever you want to call it. I do not remember that much, and this is a rant type video, so I'm not gonna just go back just to fix it in the actual recording anyway. But I thought that was a very sweet moment, since they are sort of like father-son, since Kinger was part of the group that programmed Kane and whatnot. So it's kind of his son. Kane's kind of his son. So yeah, that was a really good moment. Another thing I want to talk about is the actual gang, the rest of the gang. While Pomni and Jax had their moments, they are the main characters, so I'm not going to complain. And Kane had his rushed arc. The rest of the gang didn't really have much, not gonna lie. I think Kinger had a bit of relevance at the start, teaching Pomni and the others how to conjure up structures, how to use their minds inside the digital circus. But apart from that, he just became irrelevant, like as an actual character later on. And the same kind of goes with Zubo and Gango. I think they had that one moment where they were like mourning Jax. And the one thing that I wanted to share was that I wished we saw more of the rest of the crew, apart from just Pomni, Jax, and Kane. Just wanted a little bit more, not too much, to make it feel a bit more complete. And then there was the flashbacks with Ribbit and stuff. I think I liked them. I enjoyed it for the most part. Jax was being a bit of an ace hole back then, but it's Jax. What do you expect? I was not surprised at all. Kaufmo just there was this comment about Kaufmo just sounding like a regular dude, and I thought it was funny though. And there was another comment that said like, now I didn't remember this, but apparently Kaufmo was a very funny guy. I mean, he is dressed like a clown. I mean, his avatar is a clown anyway. But we didn't really see many moments of him actually cracking jokes. And the one time that he tried to crack jokes, no one laughed. Oh, Ribbit made her own jokes and Jax laughed. So that was something. I don't even know what to say. That was something. For the most part. Oh yeah, the ending too. The ending was a little bit generic. It was sort of a happily ever after, but not really because Jax abstracted. But for the most part, it was kind of a happy ending. Maybe a bittersweet if you wanna say it. Is it a bittersweet ending? Honestly, I don't even care about classifying it right now. I just wanted to talk about it real quick. That I will say that I'm not the biggest fan of the whole PowerPoint presentation about the actual characters thing. You know, that felt weird. That felt I don't even know what to say. I've never seen something like that before. It felt it does not feel that great to watch. I guess it is supposed to be like a very emotional scene, but the main point is that I found it a bit strange and quirky, I guess. But for the most part, I'm fine with it. I don't hate it, and that's good enough for me. As for the ending, I did feel a bit sad since, God, TADC ended. It wasn't even that long ago. I think it was just like 3 months ago when I got into the amazing digital circus. I got a bit obsessed with it. I didn't go to the same extent that I do with other franchises, but yeah, I did get a bit obsessed with it. Like with FPE. But I joined way too late for both fandoms. I guess I joined right on time for the amazing digital circus though. So lucky for me. Yeah, I think that's it for the most part. There could have been more. There could have been more things fleshed out, but definitely not a masterpiece by any chance. But once again, it's not like really good. I just find it enjoyable enough. It wasn't perfect, that's for sure. Oh well, this is the first time I made a rant anyway, so no script or anything. You gotta excuse me for that one. What else do I have to talk about? CNA. Oh yeah, I should talk about CNA too. I think for the most part they have been explored. We know their main motive. I think was if we're believing Scratch or whatever was his human name, he was trying to basically make himself alive. I guess immortal in a way because he was dying. I might just look into some more theories after this to actually get and I get an idea on what the actual full story was because I might have missed some details. Might not have like put two and two together in some areas. But yeah, I think for the most part the world building is good enough. Like I think we know sort of enough. I guess I don't remember why CNA shut down anyway. I really don't. Maybe I should watch some more theories about that. Or maybe they already said it and I just forgot. That happens too. That happens to me quite a lot. I really think that's it. I don't have much to say anymore. Yeah, oh yeah, the ending scene with the human crew basically was also pretty cool. Pretty nice. How they're all just together at the bus stop. Not 100% what I thought they would look like, but yeah. I have seen the leaks too. Yeah, I thought I was 50-50 on whether I believed it was real or fake, but now I knew it was real, so I spoiled myself, basically. Except for aside from the actual Jax and Kane scenes, the ending scenes, the ending was already spoiled for me. So I don't have too much to say anymore. I think that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe. I will make more content on my channel later. So if you guys wanna listen to more of my rants or other type of talk videos, discussion videos, like and subscribe. Hey, it's free. It's good to help a small creator out. Thank you.